All right, we are back. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Okay, so we're back. This is called Tokyo Psychodemic Demo. Okay, it's a demo about, I don't know exactly what type of crime, but a crime, and we're trying to solve it. We're the detectives, the investigators. For some reason, I couldn't name it Tokyo Psychodemic Demo. It blurred out psychodemic as if it was like a very inappropriate word. So I don't know what psychodemic is. Maybe I should look it up. I'm gonna look it up. I think that's the smart thing to do because for some reason it blurted out, and I want to know why it blurted out. Psychodemic meaning. I said that's not what I said. I said psychodemic. Refers to the study of mental and emotional forces. Conscious. Okay, so it's about the subconscious mind and how it can shape your behavior, motivations, and development. I don't understand how that's inappropriate. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was expecting to see some like crazy thing, and it's not even crazy. So I don't know why that word was blurred out on Twitch. Don't know why that's inappropriate. Y'all have people literally sitting here giving birth on screen, and I can't say something about mental health. Interesting. Interesting. What y'all choose to let let play. You know what I mean? Alright, let's see if we have any options to turn copyrighted music off. I don't know. Alright. Let's just put new game because we haven't played it before. Oh, I probably should have put... Is there a way to put the English? Enter your name. Okay, well, I'm obviously not going to put my real name. You never put your real name. Are you sure you want to use this name? Yes. Registration complete. Okay, this is 2019. Oh, this looks very... I love games that look like this. A new breeding facility for giant pandas. Oh, just somebody scrolling. Alright, we're scrolling through the news. And it's going through each day, so it seems like there's a lot of bad things happening in Tokyo day after day. Doesn't this seem familiar? Alright, a death from the influenza virus has been confirmed. The epidemic in Tokyo shows... Oh, is this like... This is basically COVID, but with influenza.
The widespread outbreak of influenza in Japan continues. But is this actually influenza?
Oh no, it's not influenza. It's probably COVID.
Much higher than previous influenza outbreaks. Some analysts suggest that Japan's Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare may be hiding. 猛威を振るうインフルエンザが新型のウイルスであることが分かりました。
日本政府は緊急事態宣言の発令と東京都の封鎖を決定しました。ロック
クダウンを実行することに決定しました。またこれ以上感染をさせないためにもご協力のほどご
Alright, so there's an outbreak of influenza. 3 years later, we're still in lockdown, it looks like. The world has changed. The new unknown virus outbreak that began in Tokyo in December 2019 quickly spread across the country with a fatality rate of 40%, even higher than that of Ebola hemorrhagic fever. International travel was restricted, and as the area with the most cases, all major roads to Tokyo were sealed off. The capital had been placed under total lockdown. Without effective treatment, the virus spread from the general populace to healthcare workers, the police, to the self-defense force, and finally it reached the very heart of the nation. Major government officials such as the Prime Minister, Chief Cabinet Secretary, and Minister of Health, Labor, and Welfare became infected one after another and succumbed to the virus. By then, the country's death toll had exceeded 200,000 people. A provisional government was hastily established during the state of high alert. And a former infectious disease specialist who discovered a cure for the new virus and saved many lives was appointed as the new prime minister. The new prime minister put many policies for controlling the spread of the virus and preserving the economy into effect, all of which were a great success. The number of infections noticeably decreased, and eventually the pandemic that wrought havoc over the country came to an end. Okay. So, however, there's a twist. There's always a twist. The world has still changed, and those changes struggling just beneath the surface are threatening to burst out. Well, I mean, this is just basically what happened in real life. Alright, what are we looking at here? Shinjuku, Tokyo. Senko Pharmaceuticals underground parking lot, I'm assuming, at 7 a.m. Alright, so I'm assuming this is a crime scene. Hey, hard at work, I see. Oh, Inspector Motora, sir. Inspector Motora, sir. That's one hell of a stink. It sure is a strong smell, but it's not just a burning flesh. There's something else too. Okay, so I'm a dead body. It kind of smells like dry grass or old oil. It's too strong. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Don't do that in front of the victim. Sorry, sir. Or should I say what's left of the victim, but still. How could a person even burn up like this? Who knows? This underground parking lot is pretty old, but there should still be some security cameras that record on videotapes. It'd be nice if they caught something, but I won't hold my breath. Oh right, didn't Psychodemic Pharmaceuticals develop the cure for the pandemic? Oh, you know what probably happened? I don't know, but you know how they were like, oh, or they just said it. They cured people for the pandemic. What if they were creating something else? Because isn't that how COVID supposedly started? They were trying to create something else, and they accidentally created a virus, which ended up spreading. And I think the doctor from one of their hospitals is, excuse me, coming through. Huh? Move. Well, I see. He burned up quite nicely. What? I don't smell gasoline, and despite how severely he was burned, the ground and chairs nearby are only slightly charred. How interesting. Hey, who are you? What business does someone from the agency have here? What agency? Yukiya Lawrence Kijama from the Public Security Intelligence Agency under the Ministry of Justice. The Public Security Intelligence Agency? I'd like to know why someone who left the Metropolitan Police to join the Ministry of Justice would be here of all places. Isn't it natural to visit the scene for cases of interest? As you can see, it's only a case of immolation. You won't find any of your terrorist or organized crime groups here. Or are you investigating the police in secret? I'm aware that the mastermind behind the incident 5 years ago had contacts with the police department. Same with how that harmed trust in police and all the demotions that happened due to public backlash. Oh, I heard that some psychotic cult was planning a terrorist attack or... It's certainly no laughing matter when your trusted colleagues turn out to be believers in some criminal cult. Oh, now hear me out. What if they think that they got rid of them? Because hear me out. When there's a cult, right? You can stop a cult, or you can even arrest the cult leader. But there's always going to be followers, bro. It could have been a cult from 1800, and you still got people believing in that stuff to this day that weren't even born. To this day, still believe in it. So they still could have followers. But you know the ministry is no different, don't you? I hear rumors that they've got believers in there too. What I'm trying to say is that if we don't know who we can trust, we'll never stop doubting each other. That is true. Who found the victim? How is that any of your business? Just tell her. What? It was the janitor, Ario Shuto, age 68. He arrived at the Sanico building at 6 a.m. for work, as usual, and started cleaning. While headed downstairs to throw out garbage, he noticed smoke and a strange smell, then found the body. Though we say body, but by the time Mr. Shuto found the victim, only his feet were left. What? Sounds like a case of SHC. SH what? One evening in July 1951 in the town of St. Petersburg, Florida, in the United States. Oh, we're taking a trip to the United States. Richard Reeser went to visit his 67-year-old mother, Mary Reeser. He thought he would see his mother reading the book she liked as usual, but was instead greeted by an unbelievable sight. Most probably, all that was left of her was one foot still wearing a slipper and a few other bones. There was hardly any trace of her left. Imagine walking into your house, seeing your friend or your loved one, and that's all you see is their foot and the shoe they're wearing. Honestly, I'd probably just pass out right then and there. I wouldn't even have time to call the police. I would just pass out there. The cause of death was being burned at a temperature higher than 120 degrees Celsius, or 200 degrees Celsius, which is above even that of crematoriums. So it's hotter than somebody who's being cremated. That's crazy. What's odd was that a fire that hot didn't spread through the building where the body was found. Since then, similar incidents have been observed throughout the world. So it's a controlled fire that's hot. And why does it only burn everything but the feet? November 1964 in Pennsylvania, March 1986 in New York, January 1988 in Southampton, England. It said that there have been over 200 cases to date. In each of these cases, the source of the fire was unknown. Only the victim's body was burned. And that often only the feet were left, while the rest of the body was reduced to ashes. Well, I think there's a killer that has a foot fetish or something, because what? Since the truth was never made clear, these kinds of cases earn themselves a name. What is it, psychodemic? Oh, SHC, spontaneous human combustion, a phenomenon where the human body spontaneously catches fire. Interesting. So y'all just put it up to like, oh, they just randomly combusted. Oh well, like what? Is that some kind of curse or occult thing? At least I don't think so. Even if we can't make sense of this case with the knowledge we have, there has to be a reason behind it. A living, breathing person had to have caused it. That's what I believe. Even if it is due to something paranormal. Well, if it's due to something paranormal, then how would a living person be the cause of it? Make that make sense. Like, I see. So you're still chasing after them. Chasing after what? I've only heard rumors, but apparently some psychic cult have been kidnapping people and experimenting on them to draw out their psychic powers in a plot to take over society. What the heck? I don't know if the part about psychotic powers or psychic powers is true, but I got out that people had died due to their experiments. Their cult was disbanded, but the truth about their experiments and the existence of psychics is still a mystery. Do you think the cult's experiments were successful? Potentially. Wait, are you seriously asking that? There's no way something as ridiculous as psychic powers would. Idiots. Have you ever worked on a single case that hasn't been ridiculous? That is true. And besides, crimes are crimes, specifically because they're abnormal. True. Looking into unsolvable cases is what I live for. There's no other reason. Sorry for stepping on your toes. Kijima. Don't push yourself too hard. You don't have to pursue the truth on your own. Yeah, because that's what gets people killed. I know, but you did get one thing wrong. It's not just me who's chasing the truth. We all are. Well, yeah, people want to know what's going on. Why are random bodies just catching fire? Oh, wait, have they been in the studio? Oh, they've been in the studio. Oh, yep, they were in the studio big time. Oh, yeah, let's get it. Yep, they were in the studio, bro. I love games like this that are like animated but also realistic as well. And it's a crime game too. This is the demo though, so depending on like demos, I might get the full game. There's a few demos that I played where I have to get that full game, and this might be one of them. This might be copyrighted, I don't know. I also think it's cool how like there's designs in like the silhouettes of the bodies. Tokyo Psychodemic. Auto saving in progress. Okay. This is 3 weeks later. Shinjuku, Tokyo. Shinjuku Central Park at 5 p.m. Got it. How did it go? The investigation was closed 5 days later. Okay, so basically we're backtracking to what we just learned about the body catching on fire or whatever. They closed the investigation 5 days after finding that body. This is why crimes don't go solved. Because what do you mean y'all just have 200 plus bodies burning randomly and y'all are just like, okay. Like what? They told the news and victims' families that they had continued to investigate, but the case was actually thrown out. That's wild. Sue them. They're getting rid of the evidence and reports. Apparently it's due to pressure from some government officials. Okay, well hear me out. If government officials want you to get rid of the evidence and anything to do with this particular crime, it could be because somebody in the government has something to do with it. The government and police have been more cautious about storing files and evidence ever since the psychic's cold case. They don't know someone might try tampering with them, so all they can do is to not hold on to them. You mean they think destroying them is better than keeping redacted documents? That's about right, but I doubt that's the only reason. You think someone's behind this? It couldn't be that you're on to us. Nobody should know that we're working behind the scenes. We only ever met during emergencies, and we use couriers to deliver case files. Okay, so they're working on a case that they've been told to let it go, give it up. Plus, we use code names to hide our identities while communicating online. It's hard to believe that someone would destroy documents just to interfere with our investigation. I think there has to be another reason. You mean that maybe someone wants this case buried as soon as possible? Exactly. You got it. All the more reason for why we need to investigate this case ourselves. Here's the autopsy report. Let's look at this bad boy. He was burned at over 100 degrees Celsius with only the feet left behind. Okay, I said 100, it was 1,000. But remember earlier when they said 2,000? So they're changing it. They're messing with the report. They're not even making the report accurate. I saw the crime scene with my own eyes. Everything above the ankles was burned to ash, even the bones. And despite the high temperature, the fire didn't spread to the rest of the building. That doesn't sound like an ordinary case. Exactly. Any other physical evidence? There's footage from the building's security cameras, the victims' belongings, and testimonies from those involved. There might be something in the security camera footage. I'll send the files to you with the usual method. Thank you. Arigato! Alright, so you mean to tell me that they have the camera footage and they haven't even checked it? The police haven't even checked the camera footage. Oh yeah, somebody in the police force... Hold up. Somebody in the police force is definitely involved in this. If they have potential evidence and they're not even looking through it. I'm heading back to the office. My partner is waiting. How are they doing? Probably still seeing that incident in their dreams. I see. Incident in their dreams. We lost so much in the psychic's cult case. For you, it was your little brother. The Iwai Detective Agency was disbanded and its president, Kinji Iwai, was put into prison. I lost faith in the police and quit the bureau. Now I work for the Ministry of Justice. And after all we've been through, we still haven't caught the founder and the psychic's cult, Yamano. That's what I'm saying. You can literally disband a cult, but if you have to get everybody, and even when you get everybody, there's still people out there who are going to believe in that. You know? Like when Jeffrey Dahmer finally got arrested, he got arrested. His crime stopped, but he had people fan mailing him, telling him, like, thank you for seeing me the way that like, thanking him and telling him, like, they're his biggest fan and they want to do what he does one day. Like, there's crazy people out there. It's like we're in a nightmare. If we investigate bizarre, unsolved cases, they'll lead us to Yamano. I'm sure of it. Yeah, I am too. Let me know if you figure anything out about the case. I gotta make the police work a little harder. I will. Alright, stop. Yamano must be judged by the law. The world was so close to purification, so close to rebirth through the evolution of mankind. Is this like a flashback or something? What the hell have you done? Tomino, you have talent as a detective, but you're too much of a straight shooter. Your sense of justice will cause you to hesitate when faced with tough decisions. Welcome to the Iowa Detective Agency. My name is Tomina. Oh, this is her backtracking. This is like her going back to when she was with the agency. Or with the bureau, my bad. Hey, it's a kitty. Somewhere in Shinjuku, Tokyo. 10 p.m. So this must be her little hideout area, I'm assuming. Are you alright? I can hear you making noise from the outside. She was probably having a bad dream. You look like you had a nightmare. Did you dream you were being chased or something? Only a few people should know that we're hiding out here. It's been almost 4 years since we started investigating unsolved cases. These unsolved cases must have some clues that will lead us to the people we're after. Until we uncover them, we will never give up the fight. Looks like the case files are requested have arrived. Right on time. Information brokers sure are good at their jobs. Evidence for the cases will be delivered to the door. You can also go outside once you meet certain conditions. Open the door. Got it. Let's see what's inside. Investigate materials obtained. Victim information package obtained. Maps of the crime scene and surrounding areas. Set of crime scene. What the heck? What is that? Crime scene security footage. Testimonies from victims, colleagues, and acquaintances. Newspaper articles about the incidents. We've received this from Yukai. Victim autopsy. Burnt corpse found in the buildings. Okay, so this is just, what the newspaper articles are titled. Everybody trying to give their own opinions about what happened, news people, they gotta get on that story real quick. They gotta get it. Case number 1. Spontaneous human combustion. Okay. Let's start by checking the photos and files for this case. We can pin these things to the evidence board to get the full picture. About the evidence board. Evidence and other information for cases is displayed on the evidence board. Any connections found will be shown with a thread. Select any piece of evidence to zoom in on. Also, by selecting an item with a blue sticky note, relevant documents can be reviewed. Got it. There may be blank photos with a question mark written on it on the evidence board. You can pin any evidence you'd like here. Evidence you post may progress your investigation, or lead you further away from the truth. Be sure to use the evidence board to get a good grasp of the case as you continue your investigation. So even if you find evidence, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going in the right direction. So you're actually really trying to figure this out. I like this. This case involves the burned remains of pharmaceutical company employees found in his office basement. I mean, honestly, I'm probably going to get rid of anything to do with the articles, because a lot of articles, they're not even telling you the truth. They're telling you what the people want to hear. The aforementioned company and scene of the crime is called Sanku Pharmaceuticals. Its history can be traced back to the Meiji era. The company appears to have experienced growth through diversified management in hospitals and health insurance in addition to drug development. Jesus, can I read? The victim's name is Mr. Gichi Kurikai, 45 years old. He belonged to the Drug Administration Department of Sanku Pharmaceuticals. On the day of the incident, his colleagues testified that he came to the office and worked as usual. A janitor who went to throw out garbage in the basement noticed the smell of burning meat. When he looked around, he found the victim who had been burned to ashes, leaving only his feet. There must have been a lot of smoke, but it says that the fire alarm and sprinklers were both broken at the time of the incident. As for how the remains could be identified as Mr. Kurikai, a wallet containing his employee ID was found at the scene, and the DNA of the feet matched that of the victim. According to the autopsy report, the basement did rise in temperature during the incident, but the only possible source of the fire would have been from the victim's lighter. That shouldn't have been enough to burn his body to nothing. Alright, those are his colleagues and acquaintances. The police also took testimonies from his colleagues and acquaintances. Let's check them later. This map shows the area around the Sanku's pharmaceutical building, the scene of the crime. We can reference it while tracking the victim's movements for the day. Yukai said that the police are going to classify this case as an incident. But was it really an incident, or could there have been something else at play? If Yukai wants us to work on this case, she must have sensed that something was off about it. We'll investigate this case and get to the bottom of it ourselves. First, we'll figure out what caused the victim to burn so badly. What could have been the source of the fire? Let's check the security footage from around the time of the incident and the photos of the scene taken by forensics. Perhaps they'll show us something that could have caused the fire. Alright. So, this is actually pretty cool. The PC and equipment used for investigations will be at the desk. Choose the right tool for the job to make headway in the case. Got it. This equipment for analyzing the images and videos are obtained. Let's start with the security camera footage from the time of the incident. Put the tape labeled Sanku Pharmaceutical Building B2 security camera into the video to watch it. What do I press? I have pressed every button and it's not activating. Bruh. Oh, got it. Video. Oh, got it. Okay, Alright, here we go. This is the footage. Let me guess, the camera footage is probably corrupted, isn't it? You can analyze video evidence using specialized equipment. You can pause, play, rewind, and fast forward the footage. The rewind and fast forward speeds can also be adjusted in increments. Got it. There are two displays, D1 on the left side, D2 on the right side, so you can view a different video on each one. If you want to get a closer look at the piece of media, you can switch one display to full screen mode. The specialized equipment scans the video automatically and detects faces via AI. Detected faces will be framed in red, and if facial features like the eyes can be accurately distinguished, the frame will change from red to green. Switch to the screenshot mode and hover your cursor over the detected target to make the red frame appear. If the target is cut off from the screen or it's too small to be detected, adjust the view by zooming in or panning until the frame appears. Alright. Once a video or image is opened, it will be scanned automatically, and the built-in AI will detect faces and objects. However, it won't be able to detect things that are too far away or hard to make out. This footage only shows the victim, though, so I don't think we need to worry about that. Anyway, let's just play it. Okay. Oh, we gotta play it. Alright, play. It is playing, it is playing. It is 5 p.m. September 4th. Or sorry, I was looking at 15. It's 8 p.m. My bad. I don't see anybody. I'm just gonna let it play. I don't want to fast forward and miss something because it goes for 30 seconds. So that's quite a lot of time. When it comes to a camera, you can miss something. So we'll see here. What's the pause button? X? Okay. The second we see something, we're gonna pause. But right now, I don't see anything. It looks pretty normal. Looks pretty normal. Which might take a minute, but like I said, I can't go for 30 seconds. That's too much. Oh, L is frame by frame? Okay, well, you might as well just let it play then. We're not gonna XQC frame by frame this, bro. Okay, there he is. Girl, shut up. I see him. Okay, hold up. Before we even keep going, I just remembered, in the picture that we got in the evidence, he was tied to a chair, so she just said that the only thing we'll see on this camera is the victim. But how did he didn't tie himself to a chair. Okay, how do we do this again? Crap. What is R1? Go back. How do you zoom in? Why can I not zoom in? Okay, well this is frame by frame, but for some reason I can't zoom in. Even though it told me to zoom in to check that. So he goes to the right, which she just said was to the garbage. Somewhere where the garbage is at. Okay. Does anybody else show up? Or does somebody else leave that location maybe? Because whoever leaves or comes through is probably who did it. It's had something to do with it. He's not coming back. Yeah, but you gotta give it a minute. Okay, is this the same guy? He's back. Okay, that's the same guy. So he goes to potentially throw something away. And then he comes back. I don't know what's in that area. I see him moving behind the pillar. What is he doing? He's doing something, but I can't really tell what it is. Okay. Smoke. Is something burning? Could that be? It seems as if he sets himself on fire. That much smoke should have let off the sprinklers, but the autopsy report says both. Yeah, the sprinklers were cut off. They were not working, which seems to me like somebody went ahead and made sure they weren't working because they knew that they were going to do that. But it also seems to me like he potentially set himself on fire. Which makes me think, you know how in cults, like, they would rather kill themselves than snitch? A lot of gangs do that too. Maybe that's what was happening, was somebody maybe found something out, and so he was like, F it, I'm just gonna take myself out. But to that degree, though, it's kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Now, according to the janitor, this should also be able to prove that his story is correct, right? That he walked around, came to work at his regular scheduled program, scheduled time. He turns the corner and oh my god, there's a burning fire, burning body on fire. This should be able to corroborate his story, if he's telling the truth. And according to this takes, I mean, this is about 2 minutes at this point. Looks like the smoke has died down also. You can still, wait, somebody's moving though. Hold up. So there was somebody else over there then. Who, you couldn't even see anybody go over there. That means somebody was probably waiting over there in that corner for him. So he didn't set himself afire. Okay. Am I going backwards? Why am I going backwards? Oh my god, bruh. Did I hit the fucking... Oh my god, bruh. I think I hit the rewind button and didn't even realize. Oh, that's Aggie. I was like, what? Okay. These controls are confusing and I didn't even mean to hit that. Okay, well, disregard everything I said about there being somebody else there. He still could have set himself on fire. Also, there still could be somebody that just waited there, but we haven't seen anybody. We haven't even seen the janitor, who claims that he just got to work, turned the corner, and that's what he saw. We haven't seen anyone, and according to the camera and the time, it's been about 4 minutes. So is the janitor lying? Potentially, because I don't see you, Mr. Janitor. I don't see you. To me, this tells me you're lying because you don't show up anywhere on these cameras. He also could be telling the truth and he potentially is in a blind spot, but the only blind spot would be like where the pillar is, right? You can't really see too much, which again just makes you look more suspicious, to be honest. Alright, well, the footage is almost over. We're gonna let it play out, but yeah, it's about 5 minutes long. I don't see the janitor, so we can't tell what happened because the security camera didn't catch the most crucial moment. Yeah, which is anyone leaving the crime scene. Let's try checking the photos of the crime scene next. The photos we received have been scanned and saved to the PC. Alright. If we check them with our analysis equipment, we might be able to find some clues. D1. I'm disregarding that because it wouldn't even let me do that. So it's the same thing that it told me for the other one, but it didn't let me do it for some reason. Just like the videos, the AI can detect targets it recognizes. Okay. It's telling me the same thing. You gotta zoom in or zoom out, but it wouldn't let me do that. Oh, I can actually do it here. Plus, how do you... Okay. Got it. Zoom in, zoom out. Okay. I don't think we want to zoom in on the feet. I think we can skip that zoom in. Zoom in. Alright, it's a plastic bag. I don't think that's the source of the fire. Okay, well, it might be important. You never know. Maybe somebody followed him. Okay. So it's supposed to screenshot the source of the fire. But why didn't you tell me that? That would have been great to know. Alright, these are cigarettes and a lighter. The image you take will, yeah. Yep. Didn't they say, though, that, if you click the icon at the top left of the screen, you'll be automatically logged into our website. Yep. This is the Dark Pick, our own hidden corner of the internet. Everyone on the site has the same goal that we do. They'll help us find the truth behind these cases using their specialized knowledge and skills. Just in case, you should never reveal your identity when using the Dark Pit. We decided to use code names with each other, remember? The creator of the image analyst program and the Dark Pit is the mechanic. The bartender is knowledgeable about medicine and pharmaceuticals. Odd specializes in the occult. You're the dealer, and I'm the manager. Ah, yes, and there's one more. The middleman who provides us with the police case files and delivers our findings to investigators. Junket. If we all put our heads together, I'm sure we can solve these cases. I just know it. Alright, let's put the picture you just took on the bulletin board and ask everyone if it looks like the source of the fire. Well, honestly, I don't think it is, because of something that was said earlier, and that was that a lighter wouldn't set somebody's entire body on fire like that. It sounds like the lighter was most likely the cause of the fire. We'll put that on the evidence board as our hypothesis. But that still leaves the question of how the victim's body could have burned this badly. There has to be a reason behind this. What caused the high temperatures needed to burn away the body? Alright. Explaining how the body got like that is certainly within the scope of medical science. If a human body is burned at 1,000 degrees Celsius, everything but the bones will be consumed in about an hour. So you're telling me that this body was burning for basically an hour and nobody smelt it, nobody heard anything, nobody saw anything until supposedly the janitor comes around an hour later. How do you not smell a burning body burning for an hour? The fire would need to reach a temperature of 15 to 16,000 degrees Celsius for the bones to burn as well. So if a person's clothes catch fire, can the flames naturally reach the high of the temperature? That's a pretty high temperature. A normal fire simply wouldn't get that hot. I'll send you more information on cremation. Alright. Documents. Even during cremation, it doesn't get so hot that the bones burn away completely. Can you think of any other possible reasons his bones would burn away? I mean, yeah. Things that are crazy and demonic. Color temperature is a phenomenon in which the color of a flame changes according to temperature. So he said 16, so it would have to be red or orange. How do you scroll down? Okay. Spontaneous human combustion cases have been recorded for over hundreds of years. Some basically attribute the occurrences to spiritual entities, but it's not like those rumors spread without any precedent to support them. I'll send you more information on spontaneous human combustion. I hope this will help. The lack of definitive cause has resulted in numerous unsolved cases. Well, yeah, because a lot of people just assume that it's like magic or like a demon or whatever. Like, if this is actually happening, how does a human actually do that? There have been several reported cases of people. Okay, we already know that. So the case of Mary Reeser. Oh, we know about her. Right. On July evening 1951, Richard Reeser went to. Yeah, we already know about this. I was trying to see if it said anything different, but it doesn't. You really need a significant high temperature to burn away bones. But how? Excuse me. How would that be possible? What caused the high temperatures needed to burn away the body? Something must have caused the temperature to get that high. Let's check the crime scene photos for anything like that. Alright. Files, photos. Which photo do you want to start with? I think it's this one, right? Whoops. Is there anything else from the crime scene photos or victims' belongings you would like to look at? Or if you find anything that could have caused such high temperatures, then put them in the evidence. Okay. I'm into this. I don't know what this is. A cigarette bin. So I was gonna see if that could cause. Could it cause a fire? I don't think it could. We'll just take a picture of it in case. I keep doing that on accident. Alright. No, I wanna. Alright, going to the sofa is how you save your data. Got it. If you open some cat food and leave it out, the cat will smell it and eat it. Well, let's give the cat some food. Why don't we? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize I could move. I thought it was just... Alright, let me go here. What caused the high temperatures? That's not what I meant to do. Can you switch it? Okay, I might have to switch it later. Because that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do the cigarette bit, but it's fine because I don't think any of that stuff caused the fire. I think something else did. Because none of that stuff could get that hot. It looks like the victim went out right before the incident. Let's take a look. Yeah, maybe somebody followed him. Can I full screen? Okay, for some reason I cannot full screen. It says reverse, forward, full screen. Yeah, I can't full screen. Alright. Is that the victim in the middle of the road? Is that who? Or what is that? I don't know. Alright, we see some cars passing by. This is about 15 minutes before the other video. Yep, just some people driving by, but nothing Nothing, in my opinion, suspicious. I mean, 8 p.m. roads might be busy. Are those police cars, by the way, or taxis? Because I've seen a lot of them. Might be taxis. Alright, this is who I'm assuming is the guy. You can't zoom in, so can't screenshot either. That might have been him, I'm not sure. If it was him, he was just on his phone walking, so doesn't seem sus. People on the other side of the street seem to just be chilling, hanging out with each other. Seems normal to me. More cars. I mean, to me it seems normal. Maybe one of the cars ends up getting I was gonna say was maybe one of the license plates might end up being needed later. I don't know. Okay, somebody left the building, and it's not our victim, so that's probably who killed him. And he went to the right, so you can't see his face on this camera, but potentially one of the buildings to the right, you might be able to see his face. Anything else? I'm gonna let it play out just in case. I don't know. The footage from the underground must have been after the victim returned from his outing. Oh, that was him? Oh, I thought that was... Oh, yeah, because this was before. This was 50 minutes before. Hold up. Trying to, post that my new video is posted. Alright, one more moment. Trying to, because when I'm live, I'm not on my phone, so I'm trying to respond to everybody real quick. Alright, let's shut the other security tape too. It might show him coming back. Alright, let's do that. Alright, we gotta go to this one, D2, because we can see them, see it on the other screen. 2 different monitors. Alright, it's been scanned. Let's play. This is from... Oh, this is after. Okay, so this is on the left, before he caught on fire. On the right, after the incident. Alright, let's play. And this is probably when we'll see whoever killed him. Because obviously he's not going to walk out. He's dead. Because he's dead. Oh, look what you made me do. Look what... Let me stop. Alright. We're actually an hour into this demo, and it's still going. I don't know how long this demo is about to be. I'm going to be playing this for probably till 5. And then I'm going to go eat, and if we're still not done, I might have to come back on. Headshot. 2, 2, 3. Better rest on the name. Alright, so far. Okay, is that him? Maybe? Yep. He's back. Can I zoom in? Like, why am I not able to zoom in and take screenshots? This is weird. Alright. He didn't have anything when he left, but now he's carrying some kind of bag in his right hand. It looks like it took the victim 15 minutes to return. If he walked at a consistent speed, that's 7 to 8 minutes away. Maybe if we figure out where he went during that time, we can find out where he got that bag and what's in it. See, I told you the bag was important, but y'all looked at me like I was stupid. They wanted to say, oh, I don't think the bag's important. No, the bag's important. There's going to be a label on it, and you're going to be able to figure out what store you went to. I'm telling y'all, it's important. Every little detail is important. Looks like you've run into a problem. In our current surveillance society, there's a ton of security cameras installed around town. Parking lots, shops, private property, you name it. You can narrow down which ones to check if you know what you're looking for. Of course, we can't hack any of that, because our networks aren't connected. Or we're not connected to the network, my bad. But that also means that as long as it's on a network, we can hack it. Just call it one of my special skills. You want to know where the victim went? Right in that case. If we get the footage of the fork and each possible route, we can probably figure out which way he went. The victim left the office and headed to the right. It doesn't look like he went back right away, so he must have turned down some street. Anyway, from point A on the map, the victim should have taken one of 2 routes. There's one security camera next to point A. Looks like it has footage of the victim. I'll hack it and send you the data. Thank you. It might be difficult to find one person in the street security footage of a crowded street. Try using compare if you want to confirm whether the person in the video is who you're looking for. If you have the equipment, scan a photo of the face of the person you want to use compare on. The AI will vectorize the characteristics of the person's eyes, nose, and mouth. It can then compare the vectorized face data with any face it detects in a video and give you a match rate. The higher the rate, the more likely it is that they are the same person. Alright, let's check the security footage and retrace the victim's movements. Alright, we need a photo of him. This is what I want to do in real life. Like, this is actually what I want to do in real life. So this is actually, I mean, obviously this is a video game. Slightly, probably really different, but still. Scanning. File. Open the video that he just sent me. Analyzing and loading. Alright, I believe we can play it now. Okay, so he turns onto this street. This is where he turns on, right? Oh no, this is 8, so this is before any of this even happens. Oh wait, no, this is right. This is him going to the store, not coming from the store. Okay, this is him going to whatever store he went to. It's a very quick footage too, not as long as the other ones, so gotta be paying a little bit more attention. We see people coming in and out of the building right there. Looks like they're just taking some packages into the store. Nothing weird. Um. Nothing yet. Mind you, this is going second by second, so. I like to play it like this. I know I can fast forward it, but I like to play it like this so I can actually see everything. Alright, is that him? Nah, that looks like somebody else, but that guy kind of looks suspicious, I ain't gonna lie. See some people in the distance, but nothing out of the ordinary yet. Or too out of the ordinary. Okay, is that him coming down the street? Isn't that the person wearing a suit, the victim? Let's keep watching a little bit. Someone who looked like the victim turned left. Let's check if it's him. Start by selecting the face of the person in the video. Okay. Once you're in screenshot mode, roll your cursor over the person's face just like you did with the image analysis earlier. Okay. Camera. Let's see how much percent of a match is it. We're over 50, over 83%. That's a high match rate. It's safe to assume that's the victim. Let's look into the next area, assuming he went left here. Alright. It looks like the victim turned left from point A. The road splits at point B. If we follow the footage from the security cameras near point B, we should be able to figure out where the victim went. There are 2 security cameras near point B. There should be footage of the victim on one or both of the cameras. I'll hack them now and send you the videos. Take a look. Alright. Saving in progress. Videos, right? Alright. So we should be able to... Alright, let's look for the victim. If you see someone who looks like him, use compare to confirm like we did earlier. It can't really detect the face of anyone wearing a mask, though. Thankfully, the victim wasn't wearing one, but keep that in mind when detecting targets. Got it. So, can I zoom in? Pause. I don't wanna pause. Okay, first of all, he was by himself, so I'm not gonna zoom into anybody who is not by themselves and who's wearing a mask. That guy was wearing a mask, so it's probably not him. That guy's wearing a mask as well. Pause. I can't zoom in. Okay. Feel like that guy's. I'm not trying to be funny. I feel like that guy's too big. Not as big as the other guy was. I look like a woman, so don't think it's her. Don't think it's her. He has a different bag. I don't think it's him. That guy's got a mask on, so it can't be him. This guy, maybe. I. How do I get out of? How do I analyze? Take screenshot, compare, R1. Okay, last time it was an 80, like 1%. 83. This is a 0%. Okay. I I fumbled that. I fumbled that. It's fine. I thought I ate, bro. I thought I ate and left no crumbs, but in fact, I left all the crumbs. I left the entire meal. I left the entire buffet on that plate. Okay. That guy's not the guy, but he definitely looks a little sus. Not those girls looking at him. Bro, he not all that. Everybody looks... Doesn't look like it's them. Okay, we're nearing the halfway point. So, watch it be somebody at the end. I don't want to fast forward though, because you fast forward, you may miss it. There's so many people wearing masks. I know earlier they had said something about a pandemic or an outbreak. So I understand why people are using masks, but everybody's using them except for this one guy. That guy's got a mask on, so it can't be him, and he's walking with somebody, so I don't think it would be him anyway. Mask on. Mask on. Mask on. Mask off. Fucking mask off. Um, I mean, we are nearing the end. I think my intuition was right that they're gonna wait till the last second to show him. But you gotta look. It's basically showing you the long version of what, like, this type of work is like. Like, you just have to sit here all day, watching a footage, second by second, just hoping that the camera's caught something. And then you sit there watching 8 hours of footage, most likely more, and find nothing. Like, okay, what about this guy? Wait till he gets closer. He's got a mask on. Why does everybody and their mom want a mask? It's crazy because I feel like in America, nobody wanted to wear a mask. We were told to wear a mask, but everybody didn't want to wear a mask. If I don't see the guy, I think what I'm going to have to do is go back. Maybe him. Bro, why can't I go back to... Bro, why can't I play the video? Well, apparently his face wasn't in frame enough for me to detect it, so I wasn't even able to detect it. Now, I know they told me that because they're wearing a mask, the AI can't detect it as good, but I oh my, when I'm in video mode, why can't I pause? Like, what? Literally hitting the pause button. It's because everybody and their mom, yeah, I'm gonna watch it backwards. Because everybody and their mom has a mask. I might just have to try and take videos of people who have masks on. And because, there was barely anybody walking by themselves with a mask off, close enough for me to even get facial recognition. The people who did, I took pictures of, so. Got a mask. He has a mask. Like, I'm telling you, everybody and their mom has a mask. And some of these people, okay, look, you see how he got a frame, but they didn't? So it has to be somebody in the front, right? Because I can't screenshot anyone that's not close enough. So that's something to keep in mind as well. As I can't screenshot anybody who's not, like, towards the front. Hear me out. Why don't they just use disguise? I feel like if this were me, and I committed a crime knowing that there's going to be a ton of cameras around, I'd probably have a disguise on. Not that I would commit a crime, that would be stupid, but still. This guy's got a mask. Isn't this the guy that I did earlier? I swear this is the guy I did at the beginning, but we could try again. It's the only... It's literally the only person I found that was by themselves and close enough to screenshot. No, it's still 0. Okay, I'm gonna have to start screenshotting people who have masks on. Because it has to be somebody who has a mask. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. No match. The thing is, how can you have a match on any of these people when the footage is so blurry? Alright, I know I said this guy was too big, but at this point, we have to check it. I keep hitting the wrong button, bruh. These controls are just so everywhere. No match. At this point, alright, now this is the beginning of the footage. It has to be somebody walking with somebody then. Like, that's the only people that I haven't checked yet, is the people who are walking with people. So if you're not wearing a mask, you're getting checked. I can't tell if the other guy's wearing a mask, so I'll just check the other guy to be safe. Just to be safe. And then if I check this and still don't find him, then he somehow changed into a girl in 5 minutes. That's the only explanation. Is he literally just said, let me go change into a woman. Like, or he quite literally just disappears. Like, don't know what to say. Okay, that's the guy I checked who I said was too big to be the person. So I already checked him. That's a woman. Did I check him? I don't know, if I'm being completely honest. Might have checked him, might have not, don't remember, but we'll check him again. Alright, no match. Proceed. Oh my god. I keep hitting the wrong button. Oh my god, this wrong button, like, can I change my controls? How about that? Because this is just so confusing to me, bro. Oh my god. Alright. Can't check any of those people, so the only time you could check someone is if red shows up, that red box. So if it doesn't show up, I can't check any of these people. Oh my god, bro. Can I just disable the screenshot? Because I'm gonna do that every time. Still no match. Guys, I think we're gonna have to start checking the women. We're gonna have to start checking the females, bruh. I don't know what happened. He changed into a female in 5 minutes, I guess. Because what? I've quite literally gone through and checked everybody. I checked first the people that matched the description. Then I checked people that didn't match the description but were by themselves. Then I checked people who were with somebody else. Right, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm checking even if they're together. I'm checking anyone with a red box that are together. But the only other thing I haven't done is check the females, so I might have to check the females. That's the only thing I can do. And watch me check the females, and it's still nobody. Yeah, I'm convinced that this guy I mean, it's the only explanation that this guy literally said, they're gonna be looking for me. Let me look like a female so they don't think it's me. That's the only explanation. I've checked everybody. Alright, now we're checking the females. Since apparently he's a female. like, I don't really understand that, but apparently he's a female, so now we gotta check all the females. I swear if it's a female, I'm gonna be so lost because what? Alright. Dun, dun, dun. Ow. I mean, I guess there's no females either. They've got to give me a hint at this point because I've checked everybody that I'm allowed to check. I can't check every person because it's not letting me scan every single person. It's only letting me scan the people who get close enough to the camera. I don't even remember if I scanned these people. I've scanned so many people that I can't remember at this point. I've been doing it for so long, I don't remember who I did. They're all just blurring together. I mean, I checked everybody. He's not in that shit, bruh. He's not in this camera. Isn't there two different ways that we could have gone? Because I've checked everybody. Alright, well, now I've got to recheck every person that comes red for the final time. Is there a way to maybe focus on people that are further away? Because some of these people I can't focus on because there's not a box around them. I can't scan them. But I guarantee you it's probably somebody who I can't scan. And it's just making me repeat and repeat. And it's stupid. It's stupid repetition because it's not going to make a sense. It's not going to... I didn't mean to do that. This is why I don't finish games, bruh. Because of the stupidity like this. I think I've been doing this one part, I'm not even gonna kid you, for 30 minutes. Oh my god, bro. Also, do you ever think that this is AI and that maybe it's just not good? Oh my. Yeah, this is about to piss me off. I'm a cute bug. If I go through this and I still can't find him, I'm done for the day and I'm about to look it up and come back tomorrow. Because I genuinely don't. I've looked several fucking times. Oh my. Like. I see why people don't do this job because the controls alone are just aggy. Like, bruh. We're in 2026 and we can't have better controls? See how all these people are passing by, but I can't even screenshot them? That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be one of those people. It's gonna be, bruh. But like I said, if I can't find him, then I'm just gonna end the live, look it up when I'm at dinner, and come back to it once I figure it out. And I guarantee you it's gonna be somebody I already scanned. Or someone that the game is just not allowing me to scan. Because I've sat here and I've scanned. As you can see, I'm scanning everyone that pops up red, even if they have a mask on, even if they're a woman. Because at this point, I've scanned every fucking buddy. And it's still not coming up, so I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. Alright, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm about to look it up right now. Just because I want to be done with this part. Because if I come back to this part, I'm not finishing the game. I'm gonna keep it a good. I'm gonna keep it a buck. What part do you have to pause and scan the man on in Tokyo Pen? I don't even remember what this game is called. What is it called? Tokyo Psychodemic Demo. Which person do you scan in Tokyo Psychodemic Demo? That's what I asked, is it not? Alright, so after watching somebody else's video real quickly, apparently you have to put in a different video, which the game doesn't tell you that. Love how games set you up for fucking failure. Like, literally, the game tells you to check that video. They don't tell you to use a different video. Also, according to this guy who I'm watching, like right where I'm at, he still has 30 minutes left. So, and it took him an hour and a half. We are already an hour and 40 minutes in, so it might take me a little over 2 hours, I'm not gonna lie. And I already know which guy it is, so we can skip forward. I've already seen the guy. It's crazy how people online that don't even know you will tell you more information than the game that you're actually playing will tell you. I can only go 2 of 5. There you go. I want to finish this before I play Splitgate. I do want to finish this. Okay, right there. Isn't that the victim? Well, let's make sure. Just to clarify. And he looks back at the mom and the kid. So, don't know if that has anything to do with anything. He went this way. Alright. So we're making a map. It looks like the victim turned right from point B. The road splits into 3 at point C. If we follow the footage from the nearby security cameras, we should be able to figure out where the victim went. So now we have to do the same exact thing, but we have to check 3 different video cameras. That's so annoying. It took me 30 minutes just to figure the first one out. Now we gotta do it all over again. Okay. File. Videos. Alright, we've got 2 more videos. I should have started with video 2 because he'll probably be in video 2. But 9 times out of 10, I think because right there when we found him, they stopped me. So I think what's gonna happen is she'll probably stop me. There's a lot of people, but let's keep an eye out for the victim. Okay. Let's go ahead and 2 times this. We know. Now that we know that we have to switch different videos, I'm glad that we know that. That was a very valuable piece of information that would have come in handy. They're walking together. All these people have masks on. Not him. The guy that we saw, he had like a black coat on, right? Or a black shirt. Black top, no hat, or no mask. Him? I don't know. She didn't say anything. But we'll check just to make sure. Can never be too safe. Okay, I don't think it's him. Can never be too safe though. Since it took that long to find him. But I did put the first video in, so maybe it's the second one. Bro, this is Tokyo. I want to go to Tokyo. I don't think it was him because he had a bag. I don't think. Well, he has a bag, but it's not a book bag. It's the white bag, right? He also had his phone out. Alright. He must be in the other video. If we have to do this again for a different road, we always go to video 2, because I guarantee you it's probably video 2 again. Maybe this footage will show the victim. Let's check it out. Probably will. Okay, this looks like what are those places where you park your cars? I forgot what they're called. Nobody's close enough for me to even detect them. So whoever walks like where these front cars are has to be him. If anybody. If not, then I had to have missed him in the other video. Alright, well, we're coming to the end of this video and nobody's come up, so we can't scan them. So I might have missed them in the other video. I don't see the victim. Well, it had to be one of the videos. It's one of the bottom 2, so this one. Maybe it was the first video. Alright, let's analyze this more. Better than we did the first time, I guess. Do we think it's... I mean, we saw him. He wasn't with anybody. Did we scan? Did I... Okay, can I zoom in? Thank you. Oh, this might have been him. I swear I scanned him last time. Did I not? I swear I did. We still don't know which way the victim went. Let's watch the footage carefully and figure that out. Okay, zoom out. So he seems to go towards the right. The victim headed to the right. Looks like the victim turned right from point C, but he's not on the security footage from the camera that's down the road. Considering where the victim returned to the office, perhaps his destination was near point D. Hopefully the security cameras near point D have footage of the victim. Unfortunately, there aren't any security cameras that I can hack on that road, but there are some stores with cameras that way, so I'll send you the footage from those. There's so much footage looking through, bro. I think it's 3. Yep, that was 3 video. No, 4. Oh, fuck me. This is 4 videos, bruh. Alright. D1. I think we could actually just... Well, see, in this one, she didn't say anything. But in the first time, she was like, oh, wait, that's him. But in the second time, she didn't. So I actually have to pay attention now. I guess the first one was like, she's helping you, but now she's not. Alright, this looks like to be a convenience store. Or maybe one of those, like, what do they call them in Japan? The equivalent of, like, well, they call them 7-Elevens, but there's another name for it, too. Apparently the 7-Elevens are way more, like, iconic and better in Japan than they are here. But nobody's come to the back camera, so I can't really see anything. That's a female also wearing a mask, so can't be them. No shoplifting. Let me stop. I swear I hate going to gas stations. And the reason is because, or stores like this, because I swear there'll be like one worker and it will only be you in there. And I swear every time I go in there, they be staring you down, bro. You just want to, I did not mean to screenshot that. You just want to go in for like a monster and they're just like staring you down. Like, bro, I'm not gonna steal a monster. If I'm gonna steal something, I'm gonna steal something that's very valuable. Okay, that's like millions of dollars. I'm not gonna steal a $4 monster. Like, let's be for real. I mean, some people would, but I'm not that desperate for a monster. The wrong way. Alright. These two people seem to be like friends, right? They're checking out. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Did bro actually just take that? Wait, hold up. Y'all gotta get him. Alright. Oh, that's a train. Somebody by himself, not wearing a mask. He's wearing a mask. It's somebody who's not wearing a mask by himself. So it can't be him, and I can't screenshot him anyway. So, may not be in this video. This looks like it's the front part of the store, by the way. The first video was the back part, now this is the front part. So, don't think it's any of them. He seems to go in the store. This guy seems to go in the store and come out with nothing. That don't seem a little suspicious to you? It might not be him, but it's still suspicious. I swear people be thinking you suspicious when you go into a store and you go in there to get something, but then you come out with nothing. And it feels illegal to do that. I'm not even gonna lie. It does. It's like I went in there for something. All eyes are on you. They're watching you because they don't want people to steal anything. And then you walk out with nothing. You don't check out. And it just feels like illegal. Alright. I'm going to check the next one. This is now video number 3 for this part. This looks to be a different building. Don't know what it is though. Like what type of store. This looks like maybe a pharmacy. I think this is a pharmacy, yeah. Dang. Okay, first of all, girl, you didn't have to moan like that. Okay, this isn't no anime. Okay, this isn't Seven Deadly Sins. We don't need to be doing all that. Okay, Jesus Christ. Like we could see somebody, we could acknowledge somebody, and not have to do all that. Okay. Thank you. Is this him? According to her and her expressions, it is him. There is a train going by that is loud as hell. Alright, so it's him. Alright, so I guess we're supposed to see maybe what he buys. He goes in, he goes towards the back. Speed this up a little bit. I don't know what's back there, and there's a fourth camera, so maybe we'll be able to see with the fourth camera. He's holding a white bottle. I can't read the label, but let's use compare to see if there's anything on this bottle at a crime scene. Take a screenshot of the bottle. I mean, I can't go full screen. Oh, there. Did any of the crime scene photos show a bottle that looked like this one? Let's check. Go to File, Photos, D2. Yep, it's right there. Put something that you think is a match to the victim's bottle on the screen for comparison. Compare. Is that bleach, by the way? That's a high match. I think it's safe to say they're the same thing. So the bottle at the crime scene was probably the same one the victim bought. The label on the bottle says ethanol. Isn't that something that you can, that catches fire very quickly or easily? It helps make flames bigger. So what if he, or whoever, because look, he bought it. Why would he buy it right? And then, did he buy it, pour it on himself, and then use the lighter to kill? I'm telling y'all, he killed himself, bro. The bartender should know a lot about chemicals. Let's ask him at the bulletin board. I'm telling you, bro. He knew something, or somebody found out something, and he said, you know what? I'm gonna take myself out. Do you need any help? We need some information about ethanol. Ethanol is also known as ethyl alcohol. Its chemical formula is C2H6O. It's a volatile, colorless, and transparent liquid. It qualifies as a hazardous material under the Fire Service Act and ignites at about 13 degrees Celsius, with the flames reaching about 1700 degrees Celsius. I should have an article about ethanol. I'll send it to you. So again, it reaches a temperature high enough to do exactly what it did to his body. Documents. This is about ethanol. Okay, I'm not reading all that. I think everything we need to know is basically what he just said. Sounds like ethanol alone won't produce high temperatures, but it can be considered a catalyst. At this point, I think we could say that the ethanol is the most likely culprit. Let's put a picture of the ethanol. Now the question is, why would the victim buy ethanol? So far, investigation hasn't uncovered the reason why the victim bought the ethanol. Alright, maybe we should ask him for a second opinion. We can pay a visit to in the morning, so let's call it a day and head over then. Make sure you don't oversleep. Ask who? Who's him? I'm him. Let me stop. Fuchu prison. Why are we going to the prison? Are we really asking criminals help? demo version, Tokyo Psychodemic. Thank you for playing. Okay, that was the complete demo. Honestly, I liked it. I liked how interactive it was. That one part, not knowing that there was several different footages you had to check for each thing, didn't know that. Would have been great to know that. Would have obviously saved some time, but other than that, I actually liked it, and I feel like I would buy the full game. I don't know if the full game's out. I'll have to look into that, but I liked it. With that being said, that's going to be it for the stream now. If I do stream again later, I will probably be playing Splitgate, and completing some quests on that. Maybe even going back to Fortnite and playing some Battle Royale. With that being said, go check out my new YouTube video. It just dropped about an hour ago. I urge you, and I'll head out.